talk. What are some things that we are seeing that are going to be happening in the US for AI? I mean, right now, I know that a lot of people, anytime something comes up that my mom thinks is weird, she'll be like, that's AI. And my dad's like, don't touch it, it's AI. You know, we have those type of people. I'll admit, I have fully embraced Chat GBT. Ask him questions. Sometimes I need a recipe for this. Can you outline me a plan for, I want to, like, actually, I wanted to get back into swimming, so I said, hey, I want to burn these many calories at this amount of time, put this beautiful, absolutely beautiful outline for me, things like that. So some of us are embracing AI. What are we seeing in the US when it comes to AI? Good, bad, positive, or whatever?
This is actually another really good selling point of the Trump administration. He wants to make us the AI global leader, which is great. So he's trying to formulate a framework which makes the US competitive. And we have the upper edge compared to Europe here. The running joke is China copyrights, copyright infringes, Europe regulates, and the United States innovates. So we already have the groundwork to really be an AI powerhouse. And we are. I mean, we will have this. We will have to shore up, of course, more energy capacity because these data centers and these derivatives demand a lot of energy, especially coal, natural gas, and nuclear, but especially nuclear and natural gas. So we're going to be, as we do more energy production, we're also going to be fulfilling the need for AI with the infrastructure demands of those centers and those power hubs and things that are needed. But AI, granted, we're not going to cede entirely to AI because it still requires human input. What is a problem? And we don't need regulation to correct this. This is about any technological force or source that you have. You have to know that you're in control. You cannot let a Chat GPT bot or generative AI take over your life or replace basic human functions. My colleague at the Independent Women's Forum, Carrie Sheffield, wrote a great policy focus on artificial intelligence, piggybacking off of what the Trump administration is doing. I encourage your listeners and viewers to read it, and I can send you the document if you're interested, because this breaks down AI simply, kind of quells any fears about it. But it's essentially us being in control. It's technology. Don't let it overpower our lives, but embrace the good aspects of it. Like, what I get enjoyment, especially out of AI for comedic purposes, is lately it's been like these baby AI videos, like people being made into babies. Those are hilarious. I wouldn't do that myself. It's great for entertainment purposes, but it can be abused, of course, like anything. But I like also seeing like AI can be done like to make fun of current events of like things that don't happen, like White House meetings that kind of go awry and then they're even more extreme and funny, or going up, making like a meme come to life through AI is kind of funny, but it's obviously AI because the words don't match the mouth movements, things of that sort. So for comedic purposes,
look weird.
It's like 5, 6 fingers, 10 toes, whatever. So you can know when AI is being employed. Where it can be a problem, and there was actually a bill passed. What is it? AI deep fakes. I think revenge porn.
I'm actually going to be talking about that on the podcast soon.
Yeah. So that's where it's not so much like a regulation, so to speak, but to make it clear that AI used maliciously would be prosecuted, especially to the detriment of someone's safety. And I understand, like, in this time of, what is it, the Patriot Act and concerns about, government surveillance and things of that sort. Of course, that's a big concern too. But I think where it broaches criminality to misrepresent someone, this poor girl was targeted, like her face was put on this very inappropriate image and there was no recourse for her, and that was not her, and classmates did. She doesn't even know who did it, and it was embarrassing. It really ruined her reputation, and it posed a lot of risks for things. Can we just pause for just a second?
I can pause.
Okay, hold on 1 second, and then we can resume, because I want to make sure this chicken. So I think I think AI is largely a tool for good. And we're going to see a lot of AI for medical innovation, to make less invasive surgeries and incisions, to diagnose cancer earlier and for detection.
That's what we need it for. Stuff like that.
It's going to be really good for innovation. And granted, like I said, for the early examples of like comedic relief, that's great. But don't get so carried away with that. But I think practically speaking, it's going to be great for a multitude of things, and especially for the energy front. It's not diabolical of me to think this, but the appearance of AI and the emergence of AI has really put a lot of these climate alarmists into defense mode, because they were like, we need solar, we need wind, and that's the future. But you look at what data centers require, what artificial intelligence requires, it doesn't meet the demand of all these centers and just the electricity that's going to be consumed. I keep seeing warnings that AI has so much demand. We're not producing enough electricity right now. And You think a part-time energy source like wind and solar is going to fulfill those needs?
Right.
No, we're not ready for that. These, again, are mature industries that have been around for decades. They can't credibly compete. Natural gas is on the rise. Nuclear, everyone is very excited about nuclear. It does have a lot of potential. Women are even warming up to nuclear as well. So that's very exciting too, because women have always been very skeptical, like, oh gosh, because of these spills, these reactor disasters, explosions. We've only had
water. Yeah.
We've only had 3 major incidents. Only one had some lethality, which was Chernobyl. That was because not due to nuclear technology, but central planning of the Soviet Union. And so the nuclear industry is very safe. They're very foolproof, which is why you don't see accidents occur very often. So a lot of people have said, okay, I bought into this negative stereotype of nuclear energy. It's actually safe. It works 93% of the year. It has near zero emissions, and it only uses like 1 square mile of land. Solar and wind take up 360 times more land to do that and produce energy part-time. So it's really exciting what's happening, but I hate to kind of laugh at their demise, but the advent of AI has really shown the vulnerabilities to going fully renewable.
Thank you for watching this clip of Those Are the Girls with Mallory and Friends. You can watch the full episode here on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts.